Welcome to Bergen Catholic Crusader Basketball, powered by SSP Video. Bergen Catholic Basketball is brought to you by Traphagen CPAs and Wealth Advisors, Leap Free Home Improvements, Anderson and Wansa Consumer Class Action Attorneys, Hoop Dreams with Billy Armstrong, the Guerra family, Energy Chiropractic and Pilates, the Breslin family, the Cahill family, and the Espinosa family. Good evening, everyone, and welcome here inside Hale Gymnasium at Chris Donfield Court as Bergen Catholic set to lock horns with league rival DePaul Catholic for the first time this season. The Spartans come into today's game 8-7 on the year, while Bergen Catholic is ranked number 9 in New Jersey and with a record of 8-4 overall. Hello, everyone. I'm Dan Long, joined alongside by Jay Sticco. So glad that you could join us for another edition of Bergen Catholic Crusader Basketball here on YouTube. Well, the Crusaders have had some time to think about what happened in their last time out. A tough 72-50 loss here at home back on January 12th against Don Bosco Prep. They've had no games since then, have had time to rest up, get some practice under their belts, and get ready for another foray into the Big North Unite Division. This league matchup here today between the Crusaders and the Spartans. They both will play each other in the final game of the regular season in Wayne on February 9th. So it's the first time that we get to see Ryan Hagan's Spartans come into play here today. DePaul coming in off a 57-44 loss on the road against Ramapo, while Bergen Catholic again will try to bounce back after suffering their first loss at home this season against Don Bosco Prep. This is going to be the 30th all-time meeting between these two schools. Bergen Catholic has dominated the all-time series, leading 24-5 against DePaul, and they've won 17 in a row against the Spartans. The last DePaul Catholic win came on January 17th of 2013 at home in Wayne. And as fate would have it, actually the first win of Ryan Hagan's coaching career at his alma mater was here at Hale Gymnasium, as he won that game against Billy Armstrong and has not won since that meeting in December of 2012 in his games here in Ordell. So Bergen Catholic's going to be hoping that they continue their winning ways here tonight against the Spartans. Fans, Traphagen CPAs and Wealth Advisors have been longtime supporters of Bergen Catholic Crusader basketball and are celebrating 50-plus years serving our community. Traphagen CPAs and Wealth Advisors provide a full range of comprehensive accounting, tax, and wealth management services. Visit www.tfgllc.com to learn how their advisors can help you and to schedule a consultation today. Since 1997, Leap Free Home Improvements has earned a reputation as a leading gutter, siding, window, and roofing contractor in Bergen County. Owned and founded by BC basketball alum Noel Naughton, Leap Free Home Improvements dedicates themselves to exceeding the expectations of homeowners and commercial clients throughout Bergen and Rockland counties. For more info or for a free quote, visit leaffree.com or call 201-730-6093. Bergen Catholic Basketball would like to thank the Guerra family for their constant support of Crusader basketball. Anderson and Wansa is a boutique class action litigation law firm that practices consumer class action litigation in both state and federal courts across the country. Founded by Brian Wansa, BC class of 1972, Anderson and Wansa represent consumers nationwide and are proud supporters of Bergen Catholic basketball. For more info, visit AndersonWansa, that's WANCA.com, or call 855-827-2329. Hoop Dreams with Billy Armstrong offers a variety of ways to help you take your basketball skills to the next level. Programs include AAU teams, training, clinics, and camps to help you become the best basketball player that you can be. For more info and to sign up, please visit hoopdreamswithaz.org or call 201-666-1769. That's 201-666-1769. Dr. Pete and Lisa from Energy Chiropractic and Pilates wish continued health and success to the Bergen Catholic Crusader basketball team. For more info, visit energychiropracticpilates.com or call 201-836-9558. That's 201-836-9558. So we're under a minute away from the start of the game. We'll have the playing of the national anthem as well as the starting lineups for both sides, as we will have the 30th all-time meeting between these two Catholic schools that have been rivals since the formation of the Big North Conference. Before that, they would only meet sparingly when it came to the postseason and the state tournament round. Bergen Catholic looking for their 18th consecutive win against DePaul and trying to go for their 9th win of the season here at home. So let's go to the public address announcer, Mr. Joe Hammerly, for our starting lineups national anthem before the opening tip. It's Bergen Catholic versus DePaul Catholic coming up next here on YouTube.
These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing rules of fair play. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated. That conduct could be subject to violator to ejection and may result in penalties being assessed against your team. Everyone is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this competition at a high level of good sportsmanship. Now we ask all our guests to rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps and join us in prayer, which will be followed by the playing of our national anthem. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on this game between the two fine Catholic schools. Give our teams the courage to compete in a manner by which their words and actions are pleasing to you. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the officials, players, coaches, and parents and fans. Keep us under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us to remain aware of his presence throughout the evening and throughout our lives. Amen. St. Vincent de Paul, Blessed Edmund Rice, live Jesus in our hearts forever. And now for the playing of our national anthem. And now for this evening's starting lineups. First for your Spartans of DePaul Catholic High School.
Now the starting lineups first for the visiting DePaul Catholic Spartans.
6'1" sophomore, number 3, Nasir Hudson.
Nasir Hudson, the 6'1" sophomore guard, had 14 points recently in a game against St. Joe's. Number 11, Johnny Cotton, a 6'2" senior guard, had 12 points and 5 rebounds against St. Joe's. Number 12, Roger Gallard, 6'4" senior. Number 20, Jordan G, 6'4" sophomore guard. G had 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals in the loss against St. Joe's. And number 24, Zamir Pringle, the 6'3" senior guard and forward. DePaul Catholic is coached by Ryan Hagan, DePaul Catholic grad, class of 99, in his 11th season at his alma mater. Now the starting lineup for Bergen Catholic, Naeem Parrish, number 0, getting the start here at point guard, the 5'11 sophomore guard. Austin Spencer, number 1, the 6'3 sophomore guard. Spencer had a career best 13 points against Don Bosco in the last game last week for the Crusaders. Number 5, Terry Copeland, the 6'9 junior forward. 9 points, 2 rebounds in the loss here against the Ironmen. Makai Klintman, number 13, getting the start, the 6' senior guard. Had 2 points against Don Bosco. And Brandon Benjamin, rounding out the starting lineup for Bergen Catholic, the 6'8 junior forward, leads the team with 14.3 points per game at a double-double in the loss against Bosco, 8, and including 12 rebounds in that game. Bergen Catholic is led by Billy Armstrong, BC class of 1994. He's in his 12th season in charge of his alma mater. 219 wins with only 80 defeats. He is 18-3 lifetime in his career against DePaul Catholic. Again, for this matchup, it is the 30th all-time meeting between the two schools. Bergen Catholic leads the all-time series 24-5. BC coming in off a loss against Don Bosco Prep their last time out, 72-50. They were outscored 42-21 in the second half after it was only a 1-point lead for the Ironmen heading into the locker room. DePaul coming in off a 57-44 loss against Ramapo as part of the Dennis Gregory Memorial Classic on Sunday. DePaul in their road green, Bergen Catholic in their home white with red numerals outlined in gold. Thanks for joining us again on YouTube as we're getting ready for another Big North United Division showdown as Benjamin wins that one back to Copeland, and Bergen Catholic will start off on offense. Parrish, the sophomore. Eventually we'll get it around to Benjamin. Up top to Naeem Parrish. At a season high, 19 points in a win recently against Archbishop Malloy of New York. Now he's thrust into Billy Armstrong's starting lineup. Spencer trying to drop it inside for Benjamin, but he threw that right into the midst of the defense of DePaul as the Spartans will force a turnover and get it back on offense for the first time here tonight. As Hudson will try to get it behind his own back, but in doing so actually took himself into the backcourt violation against the Spartans. Each team with 1 turnover apiece to start off tonight's festivities here inside Hale Gymnasium. Makai Klintman getting it over now to Terry Copeland. Copeland had an impressive first half against Bosco, but did not score at all in the second half. As he goes, so do the Crusaders. They want to establish him here early. He takes the jump shot with a foot on the line, and Copeland knocks down the long-range 2. Terry Copeland averaging 11 points per game this season, showing off the long-range touch. Then Bergen Catholic takes the early 2-0 lead. DePaul doing a nice job, but they missed the layup on the back door. Gallard was open there off a beautiful look from Johnny Cotton. Here's a corner 3 ball for Bergen Catholic, no good. Benjamin with a rebound. Out up top to Klintman. Now to Parrish. Parrish looking quickly inside for Benjamin, who got fouled on his way up to the rim. And that'll be the first foul of the game for either side with 6:34 left to go in the first, as that foul will go against Cotton, his first, team's first. Brandon Benjamin, 12 rebounds in the loss against Bosco. Was held in check himself, only 8 points in that game the last time we saw the Crusaders. They've had 5 days off since that game, and this is their first game back. Benjamin missing on a pair of foul shots. Copeland can't track it down. Foul shots have been a problem for Bergen Catholic this season. Once again, DePaul going backdoor, but missing in the layup inside by Pringle. Copeland getting tracked down from behind, and that's going to be a steal forced by the Spartans. BC a little sloppy in the early goings. Here's a corner 3 ball, high arcer, rattled in and out, that time by G. Here's Benjamin, the 6'8 junior, bringing it up the floor. Naeem Parrish watched by Cotton. 2 minutes gone by, only 2 total points in this game so far between these two teams. Dumped down low, inside to Benjamin, does a nice job of letting a couple of defenders fly by him. And Brandon now gets his first 2 points of the game. 4-0 lead for BC. Here's Nasir Hudson. Hudson passing it over to the far side to G. G gets inside the lane, teardrop doesn't fall. Benjamin corrals the rebound. Outlets it now to Clintman, crosses the timeline. Clintman over to Spencer. Spencer bodied up, back to Clintman, sets and fires from deep. That was no good. Copeland carved out the space underneath. He got tied up as he was going up for the shot, and they're going to say that that was a foul and in the act of shooting, and that'll send Big Terry Copeland to the foul line shooting 2. Roger Gillard picking up the personal foul, his first team second. Copeland rattles in the first made foul shot, giving him 3 points so far here in the first quarter. 5-0 start to this game for BC. Second foul shot also good by Copeland. He's got 4 of Bergen Catholic's first 6 points of the game. 6-0 start for the Crusaders. DePaul has gotten some great looks, a couple of missed layups inside as well. Here's Johnny Cotton. Around the horn to the far side. Dribble up is now Pringle. Bergen Catholic swarming defense coming now to Nasir Hudson. Hudson has a mismatch as he's got the 6'9 Copeland on him. Passes it over to G. Back up top to Hudson. Here's Cotton trying to make a move on Spencer. Long sustained possession here on offense for DePaul. BC not giving an inch so far. Now a reach-in foul is going to be charged against Austin Spencer for Bergen Catholic. The sophomore will pick up his first foul, and for BC, that will be their first as a team as well. 4:40 left to go in the first quarter, 6-0 lead. Coming up on the midway point of the quarter, and DePaul still in search of their first points of the night. There's Naeem Parrish, so adept at his timing, making a break on the ball, knocking it out of bounds. Parrish has been outstanding coming off the bench for the Crusaders, now into the starting lineup. Hudson over to Cotton. Cotton getting a step on Spencer. Around 16 feet out, giving it over to G on the baseline. G trying to work it around the perimeter. Again, a long possession. Foul line jumper, no good. Ends with a Benjamin rebound. Here comes Klinsman trying to push the pace for the Crusaders. Good recovery defense, though, by DePaul. Here's Naeem Parrish from the Cape Crusader logo. Parrish knocks in the 3-ball. And Bergen Catholic has grown their lead now to 9. It's a 9-0 start to this game at the midway point of the first quarter. DePaul still in search of their first points of the ball game. Gaillard handing it off now to Hudson. Hudson getting stripped as he was trying to make his advance towards the rim. It's going to be now a case of, was that deemed in the act of shooting or just a foul on the floor? It will be just a foul on the floor, as that foul will be charged against Makai Klinsman, the senior who's come to Bergen Catholic from Sweden. He picks up his first. That is the team's second. Cotton stops and pops and will pass it over, and there's the first jumper made of the night by DePaul. Zamir Pringle getting the Spartans on the board. 3.5 minutes left to go in the first. Dump down low to Copeland. Copeland and one. Too much size underneath for the 6'9 junior. Terry Copeland with 6 quick points here in the first quarter. A chance to make it a traditional 3-point play as Bergen Catholic's lead is now 9, 11-2 with 3:28 left in the first quarter. Foul was against Hudson, who had the mismatch, and Copeland took full advantage. Terry Copeland now 3 for 3 at the foul line, 7 points in the quarter for Terry Copeland. 10-point lead for BC, 12-2. Hudson trying to get around the defense of Parrish. Left it up in the air and one. The shot falls for Nasir Hudson, and he has a chance to answer with a three-point play of his own. Naeem Parrish picking up the personal foul, his first, team's third. Both teams have committed 3 fouls apiece so far here, as we're coming up on 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. As Hudson sinks the foul shot to complete the three-point play. 12-5 lead for BC. Klinsman thought about the three and instead passed it over to Parrish. Copeland again has the size advantage down low if they get it to him. Instead, Spencer was going on the baseline, got caught in no man's land. Was thinking about going for the reverse layup, instead hesitated and got called for the travel. Turnover again against BC. We'll give the ball back over to DePaul Catholic. 8-7 on the season. They're 2-4 on the road, averaging around 58 points per game and allowing 57. And that's going to be a travel committed by Jordan G. as once again, outstanding on-ball defense performed by Naeem Parrish, the 5'11 sophomore guard. Neither team has gone to their bench so far in this quarter. All the 5 starters still remaining on the floor. Here's Spencer with a curl inside. Cuffed the ball and had that separation that allowed him to finger roll it up high off the glass. Austin Spencer's on the board. He's got 2. 14-5, BC with the lead. Cotton trying to get some breathing room. Finds G open for 3. G lines it up, no good. Tipped out, but right into the hands of Parrish. 3-on-1 break the other way. Klinsman with the layup on the near side. Makai Klinsman with his first 2 off the assist from Naeem Parrish. Largest lead of the game now is 11, 16-5, BC on top. BC playing a smothering brand of defense. And that time, DePaul Catholic was able to use that aggression against BC going backdoor, but quickly in the blink of an eye, down a transition bucket the other way for Anthony Spencer. And a chance at a 3-point play. So while BC gave up the backdoor layup on one end, they did not hang their heads. They sprinted down the floor and beat the Spartans down in transition. That is going to be a personal foul charged against Cotton, and for Johnny Cotton, that is his second foul of the game. Spencer's foul shot rattled in and out, so he'll contend with just the 2-point basket. He's got 4 in the quarter, back to an 11-point lead for BC. Sky Cotter has come into the game now for DePaul, number 15. Here's G around the lane, got it blocked at the rim. Possession kept alive for DePaul. Here's a long-range 3 off the back iron. Copeland with a hard-nosed rebound. He'll hand it off now to Parrish. 1:15 and counting left to go in the quarter. Parrish tried to switch hands to his left hand and missed the layup on the right side. G attacking in transition the other way. He left his shot short. Another rebound for Terry Copeland. Copeland showing off his big man skills as a ball handler too. Dropping it down low inside for Benjamin. Contorts the body and lays it in. Copeland to Benjamin, and it's a 27 lead now for BC. Under a minute now left to go in the quarter, and that's going to be a reach-in foul charged against the Crusaders. BC will pick up their 4th team foul. It looks like wholesale changes coming on the floor now for Coach Billy Armstrong's side. 4 different subs coming in the fold as Terry Copeland will stay in the floor after just committing his first personal foul. Copeland's got a game-high 7 to lead Bergen Catholic. He's got as many points as DePaul Catholic has here in the first quarter. Cotter trying to go against McQuaid. Got the separation. The step-back jumper doesn't go. Now Sean Spencer running the point guard duties. Handing it off to Chidi Wigwe. Inside Wigwe fighting Copeland. And the big first quarter continues for Terry Copeland. He's got 9 points in this first quarter alone. 22-7, BC once again stretching out their lead here against DePaul Catholic. Trying to spin around inside was Pringle. He lost possession. Here's Wigwe down the floor. Sean Spencer getting it up top to Tyler McQuaid. 5 seconds left to go in the quarter. Spencer trying to get it inside to Copeland. They can't get it to it. It's stolen away by DePaul. And that's how the first quarter will come to a close, with Bergen Catholic on top of DePaul Catholic by a score of 22-7. Terry Copeland, dominant first quarter of play. 9 points in the quarter for the Crusaders, along with a couple of rebounds and a couple of assists. And BC starting off fast here at home, not having any signs of a hangover lingering from their last time out. That 22-point loss against arch-rival Don Bosco Prep. Help Bergen Catholic continue to build on past successes by preparing for the future with a donation to the Crusader Fund. Crusader Fund gifts are unrestricted and immediately available where they are most urgently needed. So join us in strengthening the Bergen Catholic Brotherhood for generations to come by donating today at bergencatholic.org. SSP Video specializes in getting your student athlete to stand out from the competition and get noticed by college coaches. For more info and to sign up, visit sspvideo.org and get noticed. Anderson & Wansa is a boutique class action litigation law firm that practices consumer class action litigation in state and federal courts across the country. Founded by Brian Wansa, BC class of 1972, Anderson & Wansa represent consumers nationwide and are proud supporters of Bergen Catholic basketball. For more info, visit Anderson Wansa, that's WANCA.com, or call 855-827-2329. Dan Long, Jay Sticco, glad that he could join us here in Ordo. Fourth home game of the season for BC. Wins against Paramus Catholic, Saddle River Day, and a defeat against Don Bosco Prep, accounting for the 3 prior games here at Hale Gym and Chris Donfield Court. First matchup, the first of 2 meetings this season against DePaul Catholic. Declan Wooker-Fanning is into the game for the first time for the Crusaders. The sophomore big man down low, number 21 in white. DePaul trying to run their motion offense. Working around to the near side, losing possession of the ball was Roger Gaylord. Copeland was trying to pass it quickly down low, got deflected, but back out to the Crusaders. Wigwe from inside the arc, pulls up, no good. Wooker-Fanning gets the rebound. Offensive rebound for the sophomore. Copeland sets and fires, and his big night continues. Terry Copeland with the 3 ball. 12 points for number 5 in white. Less than a minute gone by here into the start of the second quarter. Inside, there's a block by Copeland now. He's doing everything on both sides of the floor. McQuaid, jumper in transition, no good. G with the rebound. He looks to push the pace down the other way. Got stripped on his way up. It's going to be last touch out of bounds off of BC. Possession stays with DePaul with 6:50 remaining in the second. Last time that DePaul Catholic won here in Ordell, December 14th, 2012. A 60-58 victory against Billy Armstrong in his second season, and that happened to be the first ever coaching win for Ryan Hagan, who's now coaching in his 11th season. Inside, nice move, and the finish, and an and one opportunity here for DePaul. Wooker-Fanning getting the foul. His first, team's 5th. Gellard now trying to complete the 3-point play and doesn't. Have it rims in and out, so he'll settle for the 2 points, his first 2 of the game. 25-9, Bergen Catholic on top. Hope that you're enjoying this one here. Dan Long and Jay Sticco on the call on this broadcast, courtesy of SSP Video. Wigwe got tied up in the middle of the lane, caught his own deflection, and that's a travel against BC. Chidi Wigwe is an impressive-looking freshman. He's 6'7". Last game against Bosco had a rip-roaring start to the game, had 8 quick points on 2 made threes and a basket, and looked like he was going to be off and running, but he was held to that point total for the remainder of the game. He was matched up routinely with Dylan Harper throughout that contest. Cotter pulls up against McQuaid, no good. Rebound. Actually, it was against Austin Sargenti. Here's Sargenti in the open floor. Feeds Spencer on the far side, no good. No one chasing after the rebound. Nice move down the floor, but McQuaid anticipates. McQuaid with a fast break the other way, but Sean Spencer left it behind. Things getting a little helter-skelter as Bergen Catholic goes deep to their bench early here in the start of the second quarter. Another turnover for DePaul. Here's Tyler McQuaid leaving it behind for the one-hand finish by Chidi Wigwe. Unselfish look there by McQuaid, feeding off Wigwe with the ferocious flush. 27-9, Bergen Catholic's lead now 18. 5:20 left to go in the second. Outstanding on-ball defense by McQuaid. Here's another fast break the other way. And now Wigwe feeding Sean Spencer. And a timeout's going to be taken quickly as Bergen Catholic is starting to feast in the open floor. The lead is now 29-9 with 5:12 left to go in the second quarter, with Bergen Catholic looking for what would be their 18th win in a row against DePaul Catholic, as both teams starting to renew acquaintances in this new 2022-23 season. Bergen Catholic basketball would like to thank the Guerra family for their constant support of Crusader basketball. Deus Volt, guys. Ryan Hagan's side trying to stay above 500 this season. They're 8-7 on the year. They began their season winning 4 of their first 5 games, but have fallen into a tough part of their season. Recently matching up with Ramapo. They even lost against Rutgers Prep. Don Bosco, they gave a good game to. Lost to the Ironmen 62-53 at home. They've also lost to Union Catholic and Patterson Charter. Wins against Clifton, Morris Catholic, Lakeland, West Milford, Teaneck, Paramus, and Paramus Catholic with Leonia. Also another victim. BC, the number 9 team in New Jersey, trying to bounce back after a loss their last time out. They're well rested and playing a very good style of basketball here tonight. Defensively, they've been solid, allowing only 9 points as we're coming up on 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Johnny Cotton still scoreless, trying an outlet to the far side, and that's going to be last touch out of bounds off of DePaul, and Tyler McQuaid, once again, he has been a difference maker so far this season as a super sub off the BC bench. He has been outstanding since coming to this game, so active defensively and then unselfish here on this side of the floor. Here's Wigwe, just had an assist. Wigwe pulls up from deep, cans the 3 right in front of the DePaul Catholic bench. Chidi Wigwe growing into his game, 5 points in this contest, knocking down his first 3 of the evening. DePaul flashing right inside the lane. Elbow jumper by Pringle is no good. Good hustle there by Pringle, puts it up, weathers the contact, and has a chance at a 3-point play of his own. Samir Pringle missed what was looking like a great opportunity inside the red paint. Missed it, but fouled up his own miss, recovered it, got the shot to fall, and now has a chance at a 3-point play. Pringle swishes that one home. He's got 5.5. At 12 points recently in a win against Leonia. Now a turnover as Wigwe left it behind. And that's going to lead to a quick layup for Johnny Cotton, as Cotton gets his first 2 points of the night. 5-0 spurt here for the Spartans, and it's a 32-14 lead for BC. What a response, though. Putting his defender in the spin cycle was Chidi Wigwe. Wigwe was 7 points off the Crusader bench for the freshman. Pringle watched by Sargenti. G getting it. Now back over to Cotton. All reserves on the floor right now for Billy Armstrong's team. G left up in the air. Tipped away by Sargenti from behind. Sargenti in the open floor pulls up from 17. Off the back iron. Rebounded by Pringle. Into the corner as DePaul trying to set up their offense. Scored 7 points in the first 8 minutes. Put up 7 points so far here in this second quarter. Again, stripped away. Good outlet the other way. Sean Spencer, rising high and finishing it down with his second basket of the game. To the delight of the fans. That one got a couple of people out of their seats. Spencer showing off the vertical. DePaul trying to answer with a 3, no good. Sargenti tried to high point that one. Pringle just got it away from him. Pringle going against Declan Wooker-Fettig. Down to the corner to Cotton. Cotton on the baseline, feeding inside. Too strong. That's another turnover. McQuaid again with the thievery. Here's Sargenti for three in the corner. That one was blocked, but Wooker-Fettig now cleans up inside. Wooker-Fettig with his first 2 points of the game. 38-14. BC getting the job done here with their reserves, getting plenty of varsity experience here tonight. 2:15 and counting left to go here in our first half. G across the lane up top. Got stripped a bit, but still had the strength to get the shot up and just had it lip off the back of the rim. Here's McQuaid down on the baseline. What a play there as he was losing the handle, but McQuaid just guided it over on the near baseline side to Chidi Wigwe. As Wigwe was fouled, and he will set up shop at the charity stripe for 2 foul shots. Gaillard getting the foul, his second. As Wigwe short on that first foul shot. David Monroe coming into the game for the first time. Wigwe again sets and fires, but that goes halfway down, in and out. 0 for 2, that last trip to the foul line for the freshman. Rocco Gratali also into the game for BC for the first time, 5'11 senior. BC has had everyone play so far here in the first half. Wigwe with a rebound. Wigwe dribbling it up. Got it picked away by Cotton with the steal. Pull-up jumper from 17, left short on the right side. Gratali with the rebound. Here's Sean Spencer weaving his way down to Monroe, who took an extra step as he was trying to get underneath the rim for the reverse layup. That's going to be a travel, and it's going to be possession going back over to DePaul. Brandon Benjamin will come back into the game for the second time as Wigwe will take a seat. Chidi Wigwe, 7 points here, all in the second quarter off the BC bench. Sky Cotter across the lane, and again, that's another layup and an and one opportunity for DePaul. They have had many of their plays finish off with a foul call. So Sky Cotter getting his first 2 points of the game. And he completes the three-point play to give him 3 in the first half. So DePaul has been doing the job at the hoop and the harm. Just not enough of them right now. 21-point lead for BC coming up in the final minute of the first half. 38-17. Sean Spencer, high arcer, no good. Sargenti with a rebound. Spencer into the corner. Ratali, who had a 3 in a win against Paramus Catholic a couple games ago, trying to get it down low to Benjamin. Benjamin bodying up inside, feeling the contact, no good. Monroe trying to tip it out, but DePaul comes away with it. Here come the Spartans in the open floor with Ash Cole, number 21. Jordan G., the 6'4 sophomore, trying to isolate here against Sargenti with under 30 seconds left to go in the half. G lobs it over. Cole on the baseline, feeding inside. Nice pick and roll, but again, DePaul does everything but get it to fall, as Ali Saidu could not get the layup to go. Here's Benjamin now, giving it over to Spencer. Under 10 seconds left to go in the second. Pick and roll up top. Benjamin kick out. Sargenti for 3 in the corner. Rimmed in and out. Benjamin tries to clean it up. Lobs it at the rim. His shot is no good. And Bergen Catholic will take a 38-17 lead with them into the halftime locker room. Stick around, fans, as we'll be back for the start of the second half of play as you're watching all the broadcast coverage of Bergen Catholic taking on DePaul Catholic here on YouTube, courtesy of SSP Video. Welcome back, everybody, inside Hale Gymnasium as Bergen Catholic in front of DePaul Catholic by a score of 38-17 at the end of the first half, as we're moments away from the resumption of play at the start of half number 2. Bergen Catholic dominant in that first quarter, jumping out to a 22-7 advantage after the first quarter, and since that point, they've been able to get every member of their team in the game, at least in 1 point of this game in the first half, and have gotten contributions from bench players as well as their starting lineup, looking very good in a bounce-back effort here tonight after a loss their last time out against Don Bosco. Looking at the stats from the first half of play for both sides, for DePaul Catholic, they're being led by Zamir Pringles, 5 first-half points. Nasir Hudson with 3, Johnny Cotton and Roger Galliard with 2 each. Sky Cotter, 3 points off the bench. Jordan G. held to only 2 points in that first half for the Spartans, who were struggling finishing at the inside and close to the hoop due to the height discrepancy in this game. Bergen Catholic a much taller side, and that length and size really starting to pay off defensively. Bergen Catholic was led by Terry Copeland's 12 points in the first half. Did a lot of his damage in the first quarter as he went for 9 points in the first. Chidi Wigwe came off the BC bench to put in 7 points after he was previously in the starting lineup the previous couple of games for BC. Naeem Parrish is in the BC starting lineup. He had 3 points. Austin Spencer with 4. Sean Spencer, his brother, had 4 points off the bench for the Crusaders. Brandon Benjamin with 4. And Makai Klintman and Decker Wooker Fanig also chipped in 2 points apiece for the Red and Gold. BC fans, Trap Hagen CPAs and Wealth Advisors have been longtime supporters of Bergen Catholic basketball and are celebrating 50-plus years serving our local community. Trap Hagen CPAs and Wealth Advisors provide a full range of comprehensive accounting, tax, and wealth management services. Visit www.tfgllc.com to learn how their advisors can help you and to schedule a consultation today. Since 1997, Leaf Free Home Improvements has earned a reputation as a leading gutter, siding, window, and roofing contractor in Bergen County. Owned and founded by BC basketball alum Noel Naughton, Leaf Free Home Improvements dedicates themselves to exceeding the expectations of homeowners and commercial clients throughout Bergen and Rockland counties. For more info or for a free quote, visit leaffree.com or call 201-730-6093. And Bergen Catholic basketball would like to thank the Guerra family for their constant support of the Crusader basketball team. Anderson & Wansa is a boutique class action litigation law firm that practices consumer class action litigation in state and federal courts across the country. Founded by Brian Wansa, BC class of 1972, Anderson & Wansa represent consumers nationwide and are proud supporters of Bergen Catholic basketball. For more info, visit AndersonWansa, WANCA.com or call 855-827-2329. Hoop Dreams with Billy Armstrong offers a variety of ways to help take your basketball skills to the next level. Programs include AAU teams, training, clinics, and camps. And for more info and to sign up for all of those, please visit hoopdreamswithaz.org or call 201-666-1769. So again, this is a great game for Billy Armstrong to get all of his players in and get some valuable experience, as we saw the reserves playing a big portion of that second quarter after BC starters built up in a big lead. Trying to get this very young team some experience under their belts, as they know they're going to have their young players grow by leaps and bounds if they want to challenge for maybe a 4th consecutive North Non-Public A sectional championship. They're going to have to go against the likes of Don Bosco Prep, Seton Hall Prep, St. Peter's Prep, just to name a few. DePaul Catholic is back in North Non-Public A, so the Spartans know that they might have to face the likes of those statewide powers if they want to think about hoisting some hardware at the end of their season as well. Bergen Catholic looking for their 89th victory all-time here at home under the watch of their head coach, Billy Armstrong. BC has won 80% of their games since Billy Armstrong took over this program 12 seasons ago. And Billy has thrived in this personal matchup. He is 18-3 in his coaching career against DePaul. He lost 2 matchups back in 2013, also lost a game in 2012 in his first season at his alma mater, but since then he has rattled off 17 straight wins for BC against the Spartans. Bergen Catholic will start with possession on offense to begin the third. Starting lineup back on the floor for Bergen Catholic: Klintman, Copeland, Parrish, Spencer, and Benjamin. Spencer over to Klintman to the near side, watched by Cotton. Now Parrish reversing it over to Copeland, who had 12 points in the half. BC patiently running their offense. Cotton extending the defense. Here's Benjamin setting the screen. Spencer had an open 3, instead cut to the rim and laid it in on the right side. Austin Spencer now with 6 points. His brother Sean had 4 points off the Crusader bench. 40-17, BC in front. Drop down low, Benjamin defending and then racing over Copeland to try to hustle his way right in front of the DePaul Catholic sideline. Good to see Terry Copeland being so active. Might have banged his knee a little bit there as he was almost colliding into the DePaul Catholic bench. Now the officials allowing Copeland to retie his shoelace before we restart play. 7:18 left to go here in the third. I'm Dan Long, the voice of Bergen Catholic basketball. So glad that you could join myself and Jay Sticco here inside a warm and pleasant Hale Gymnasium at Chris Donfield Court. 4th home game of the season for BC. Trying to go to 3-1 at home this year. Step back elbow jumper is good by Cotton. Johnny Cotton's second main basket of the game. He's got 4. 40-19 lead for the Crusaders. Benjamin was camped out inside the lane. They couldn't get it to him, though, as he's being fronted by Pringle. Now they get it inside to Benjamin, and Benjamin uses all of his 6'8" frame to casually put that one up and good. Brandon Benjamin, the team's leading scorer on the season, now with 6 points here this evening. Cotton's pass off the mark, thrown out of bounds to the near side. That's going to be a turnover, as Bergen Catholic will hold possession again on offense. BC in their 4 losses this season have been averaging less than 55 points per game. Were held to a season-low 50 against Bosco last time out. Klintman got a double clutch, and he still got it to drop inside the lane. As Makai Klintman now with 4 points on the night. BC already up to 44 points in the game, and we're less than 2 minutes gone by in the start of the third. Nice give and go down underneath, and DePaul leads to the layup. Roger Gallard now with 4 points after a nice find by his point guard in Hudson. And Gallard turning the Crusaders over. Here's Hudson down the floor. Extra pass for Pringle. Mid-range jumper no good, but the hustle tip-in by Gallard. Gallard with 4 quick points for the Spartans. It's back to a 21-point lead for BC, 44-23. Parrish sets and fires for 3, no good. Benjamin inside, cleans it up, and lays it in. 8 points for Benjamin. He's a walking double-double, averaged a double-double last season as a sophomore, and just continues to grow by leaps and bounds in his basketball career here at BC. Cotton with a nice mid-range jumper. He cans the J. He's got 6. 46-25 lead for BC. Inside, nice maneuver by Spencer. Austin Spencer, 8 points here in the game, 48-25. Both teams trading buckets here in the third quarter as the offense starts to pick things up. Cotton maneuvers in the lane, left it low. Klintman can't pick it up, though. Now the handoff is to G. G trying to go backdoor, good passing. Here's Pringle, another mid-range jumper, and good ball movement leading to open jumpers that DePaul are now starting to hit. Pringle with 7. Now BC again, quickly getting it down the floor. Klintman across the lane, give and go. He was caught up in the air and collided with Cotton. Cotton draws the offensive foul, and that's normally what happens when you have a player going across the middle of the lane. When he jumps up in the air and commits himself, he is game for a potential offensive foul to be drawn against him. That is the first foul of the second half for either team. And that's a bank shot. Bank is open here on a Tuesday night. As Amir Pringle now with 9 points. Parrish going down the other way, rejected at the rim. And he's slow to get to his feet. Checking his nose for some blood. Spartans down the floor the other way, waiting impatiently to allow the defender to fly by. Jordan G will lay it in, and DePaul Catholic has gone on a bit of a run here, and it looks like Ryan Hagan, is he going to call for a timeout? Just a whistle here. So no timeout on the floor. We'll resume play with 3:56 remaining, and the lead is now trimmed down to 17, 48-31. So credit to Paul, who have trailed by as many as 23 in this game, for fighting back in the last couple of possessions. Parrish, give and go. Spencer gets his man to fly in the air, and it's going to be a 3-second call underneath the rim as Copeland was demanding the ball from his teammate. Didn't get reception of the ball and got called for the 3 seconds. So DePaul trying to continue this run of late. A 6-0 spurt for the Spartans. Cotton from deep. Straight away, front rims it. Nobody boxed him out. Went right back to the shooter. Hudson up and under. Amidst the trees, but misses on the layup. The size of Benjamin looming large there. Copeland underneath, and that's going to be an offensive foul drawn against Copeland. And once again, it's Johnny Cotton sacrificing the body and drawing an offensive foul against a bigger Bergen Catholic Crusader. Copeland picks up his second personal. That's the team's second here with 3:20 left to go in the third. Copeland has yet to score here in the second half. Had 12 points in the first half. Had 9 points in the first half of their last game and was held scoreless by Bosco in the second stanza. There's a 3 ball, no good. G tried to race it down. Instead, it's taken away by Klintman. Here goes Copeland, hard to the rim, and one. Copeland gets on the scoreboard here to start the second half, has a chance at a 3-point play. As Billy Armstrong will go to his bench, Klintman and Parrish will come off, McQuaid and Wooker-Fanick will come on. As Terry Copeland tries to complete the 3-point play, he's up to 14 points in the game. Copeland swishes that one, and Copeland is perfect 4 for 4 from the foul line here this evening. He's been the one good foul shooter for BC. We're 3 of 8 from the foul line in the first half. Hudson maneuvers inside, degree of difficulty. Very high on that shot attempt, and again, could not get it to go. Spencer saves it from a turnover. Now McQuaid running the point guard duties for BC. McQuaid over to Wooker-Fanick, now over to Copeland, trying to clear out some space. Trying to spin on the baseline against Pringle. Up, move is good. Terry Copeland listed as 6'9", going against Amir Pringle, who's giving up 6 inches on him. And Copeland is having his way. 17 points now for Copeland, coming up on his season best as Benjamin says no at the rim. Now he gets the ensuing loose ball. Benjamin trying to go with a finger roll finish, but left it just short at the rim himself. And that'll go out of bounds as BC will once again go to their bench with 2:05 left to go in the third, and BC in front 53-31. Sean Spencer back into the fold. First time tonight we'll see the freshman Julius Avents, the 6'6 freshman. So now BC officially has played every one of their varsity players here tonight. Avent with so much potential. He's been one of the standouts at the JV level this year for the Crusaders. Pringle with a nice move. Had a couple of defenders for BC fly by him. Couldn't finish off the jumper. So that'll be last touch out of bounds off of Bergen Catholic, so possession will stay here on offense with DePaul. Under 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Pringle's the leading scorer for DePaul this game with 9 points for the Spartans. Trying to establish G down low in the paint as he had a mismatch, a smaller defender behind him. That'll be a foul whistled against number 11, Tyler McQuaid. McQuaid picking up his first personal, team's third. Here's Cotton getting a step on Avents. Picks up his dribble, looking for an outlet, finds a teammate on the baseline. As Roger Gallard doing a good job of running off the ball. Copeland missing on that first shot, trying to follow his own miss. He got fouled in the act of shooting. Good hustle inside by Copeland, as that'll send Terry back to the line with 1:27 left to go in the third quarter. Foul's going to be going against Amir Pringle. For Pringle, that is his second. Last season, DePaul went 15-11 overall, defeated Del Barton in the first round of the North non-public A sectional playoffs before losing to Don Bosco Prep in the sectional quarterfinals. Copeland, what a touch here today. A perfect 6 for 6 at the foul line for Terry. He's got 19. He had a season-high 21 in a win against Potomac down in Florida as part of the Cruel Classic. He's 2 points shy of that high watermark. There's a foul and an and one for Pringle. So Zamir Pringle, the 6'3 senior, has to go against the bigger bodies inside, has fared well here tonight for the Spartans. He's been their scoring catalyst, and now he has a chance at a three-point play. Foul was against Wooker Fennick, and that one hung on the rim and then eventually fell, so Pringle does finish off the three-point play. A lot of three-point plays here tonight for DePaul. 55-36, lead down to 19. Wooker Fennick inside the lane. Might have gotten fouled, and he still finished through the contact. Declan Wooker Fennick with 4 points here tonight off the BC bench. Approaching the final 50 seconds of the third quarter. Cotton trying to dribble around the 6'6 sophomore. DePaul's been very good passing here tonight. Avent was trying to get the rebound and got it pinballed away from him. Now G on the baseline for the jumper, no good. Sean Spencer with the rebound. He'll pull it down with 30 seconds left to go in the third. Here's Tyler McQuaid inside to Copeland. Copeland was carving out space inside, and when he's that close to the rim, no one's going to stop him. Terry Copeland now with 21 points in the game. Under 20 seconds left to go. Pringle bodying up against Copeland. McQuaid throwing his body out in front, and that's going to be a foul against the Crusaders, and already for BC, that is their 5th team foul of the third quarter. Billy Armstrong's going to like how aggressive BC has been defensively, but he'll definitely want his team to slow it down when it comes to fouling the opponent. Copeland comes off the floor as Weegway comes back on for him. Last touch out of bounds off of BC. Possession will stay here with DePaul. 10.7 seconds left to go in the third. Cotton might have gotten away with an extra step, passing it inside. Now around the perimeter. Here's G on the baseline, contested by 2 different Crusader defenders. Ball rattles around inside, and BC will end the quarter with a 59-36 advantage as we head to the fourth quarter of play here in Oradell. Bergen Catholic cruising right now as it looks like they're on their way to their 18th straight win against DePaul Catholic. Stick around as we'll be right back here for the start of the fourth quarter here on YouTube. Help Bergen Catholic continue to build on past successes by preparing for the future with a donation to the Crusader Fund. Crusader Fund gifts are unrestricted and immediately available where they are most urgently needed. So visit bergencatholic.org today and help Crusaders in the future. SSP Video specializes in getting your student athlete to stand out from the competition and get noticed by college coaches. For more info and to sign up, visit sspvideo.org and get noticed. Trap Hagen CPAs and Wealth Advisors have been longtime supporters of BC basketball. They're celebrating 50-plus years serving our community. Trap Hagen CPAs and Wealth Advisors provide a full range of comprehensive accounting, tax, and wealth management services. Visit tfgllc.com to schedule a consultation today. BC on top by 23 as we enter the fourth quarter of play here in Ordell. McQuaid getting a hand on it, tipping it out of bounds. BC has had every member of their team play in this game as we've just gotten underway at the start of the fourth. Terry Copeland, leading scorer in this one, 21 points. He was an unstoppable force inside. The junior tying his season high for points in a game. Cotton watched by Wigwe, picking up his dribble. Handing it off, and now again, DePaul has been going backdoor whenever Bergen Catholic has been over-aggressive defensively. Pringle missed the shot inside, fouled his own miss, and once again, it's DePaul with a chance at a three-point play. 14 points now for Samir Pringle. And Pringle will finish off the three-point play. 3 for 3 at the foul line here tonight. He's got 15 for the Spartans. Sean Spencer getting it up top to Wigwe. His pass into that corner. Tyler McQuaid pointing to his chest saying that was his bad. He went away from where the pass was headed. 20-point lead for BC. 30th all-time meeting between these two schools. Bergen looking for their 25th all-time win against the Spartans. Cotton getting double-teamed to the near corner. Just getting it away up top to Pringle. G, watched by Sean Spencer, pulls up from the foul line and cans the 15-foot jumper. 18-point lead now for BC. And that's an errant pass turned right over back to DePaul Catholic. Lawrence Tolbert was the man who was playing center field, and then both officials talking with one another. The initial sign was going to be a turnover against DePaul, but they're going to say last touch off of BC. So possession will stay with the Spartans. Avent will come off the floor as David Monroe will come in for him. Monroe, 6'7" sophomore. Had a big game here at home against DePaul Catholic as a freshman a season ago when he went in double figures. Worked around, here's a three ball, and DePaul, just like that, they're right back in it. Three ball falls for Jordan G. G's got quickly 5 points here in the fourth, and it's a 15-point lead. McQuaid getting it down low to Sean Spencer. Wigwe, what a move, right across the lane, jump stop, and a finish. Chidi Wigwe now with 9 points off the BC bench. 61-44, ball's loose on the floor. BC comes away with it with Wooker Fanick now. Outletting it over to Wigwe, pulls up from 3. He cans it, a 5-0 run for the freshman. 12 points now for Chidi Wigwe, his second, made 3 of the game. Wigwe has offers already from the likes of LSU, Rutgers, Illinois, and Rhode Island, just to name a few. Along with Boston College and St. Bonaventures. Here's Wigwe again, leaving it behind for Sean Spencer. Spencer sails to the rim. Unselfish look there by Wigwe. Sean Spencer now with 6 points. And as the lead had been cut down to 15 in the blink of an eye, it's back to 22. A 7-0 BC run. Cotton stuffed with his jumper attempt. Here's G for 3. Monroe with a rebound. McQuaid in the open floor. Pulls it back out to Wigwe. Now Spencer, corner 3 ball. It's good! Nothing but net for Sean Spencer. 9 points now for the 6'2 sophomore guard. Dumped down low for Pringle. Pringle let a couple of defenders fly by him, and he lays it in. Samir Pringle now with 17 points tonight for DePaul Catholic. He's the leading scorer for the Spartans. Full court pressure leads to the turnover. Now here comes DePaul down the other way. McQuaid was trying to draw the charge. Good job of avoiding it and laying it in by DePaul Catholic. Roger Gillard, who's had a nice night as well. He is the second Spartan in double figures. He now has 10 points on the night. Third personal foul against McQuaid. McQuaid will come off the floor along with Sean Spencer and Declan Wooker-Fanick. Gillard can't complete the three-point play, missing on the foul shot. He's got 10 points, though. 69-48, BC in front, where they've been throughout this entire game. Opened up the game at a 9-0 run and have not looked back since. DePaul is pulled to within 15 here early in the fourth, but now a couple of starters back in, including Makai Klintman. Klintman was 6 points on the night for BC. 71-48 lead for the Crusaders. Across the lane, Sky Cotter. Getting it over to the far side of Pringle. Pringle jump stop, lost the ball behind. Going to be deflected, though. Last touch off of BC as we've crossed past the midway point of the fourth. 3:54 left to go in the fourth quarter. After this one, DePaul will head back home to host Passaic Valley before traveling to Ramsey on January 24th for their second meeting of the year against Kevin DeVario's Don Bosco Prep Ironmen. Bosco a perfect 3-0 in the Big North United Division. Bergen right behind, 2-1 in league play. Looking for their third win of the season with a win here tonight. Spencer, that's Austin Spencer now across the lane, lobbing it up. Monroe caught the miss and laid it in for his first 2 points of the evening. G across the lane, up top to Cotter. Cotter across the lane with the left hand. Too strong, cleaned up inside, though, by DePaul. Ali Sadu, the 6'4 junior, getting his first 2 points for DePaul. Sargenti for three, no good. Tipped out by Weekway. Up top to Austin Spencer. Spencer will pull it back out. 8 points of the night for the sophomore. Spin move inside, stripped on his way up. Good active hands by Cotter. Here's DePaul the other way. Pringle with a nice cut to the rim. Samir Pringle now with 19 points in this game for DePaul. The C's part for Klintman. 73-52. DePaul still playing hard here. Their starters on the floor. Weekway cutting to the rim, left it short. Cotter got a piece of it. Outlets it down the floor to G, out of control. Tries to save it and does. Stripped away near midcourt. That's going to be a backcourt violation as Ash Cole could not save it in time. And the violation will give possession back over to BC with 2:28 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Bergen Catholic will be traveling out to Quincy, Illinois in their next two games as they'll be playing as part of the Quincy Shootout. They'll take on Millard North High School of Nebraska on January 19th before taking on national powerhouse Wasatch Academy. And what about that dunk and finish by David Monroe? That got his teammates up and off the BC bench in celebration. He's got 4 in the fourth. So BC will take their show on the road and head to Illinois as Cotter gets that one and one to fall. The Ball's done a very effective job here today of finishing through the fouls and giving themselves three-point opportunities the traditional way, seeing that DePaul has not been able to really knock in that many threes in the game themselves. They've only knocked down 1 3, and that was a three earlier on here in the fourth quarter by Jordan G. As Austin Spencer will sub out. And Cotter will complete the three-point play. He's got 6 in the game. Klintman in the blink of an eye, coast to coast for the lay-in. Klintman up to 8 points in the game. Had a season-high 10 against Ramapo. 77-55. So Wasatch Academy, that's going to be a very tough game on the 21st. See how this young BC team does. As that time Weekway was pushed from behind as he was trying to make his way up to the rim. Dangerous there, but he seems to be okay, and the freshman will have a chance at the foul line. Only the third team foul committed in this entire second half for DePaul, as that foul will go against Sky Cotter. Chidi Weekway, well, he won't go to the foul line. They'll say the foul was on the floor. Dump off inside to Monroe, trying to spin around, and that's going to be a reach-in holding foul against DePaul. Another foul on the floor, so possession will stay with the Crusaders with 1:41 remaining in the fourth quarter. As Sam Sugar just came into the game for DePaul, picked up the foul, and Sugar trying to benefit there in transition, gets the quick layup in transition. The senior getting the 2 points. Would be corny to say a sweet finish by Sugar. Had to do it, fans. Had to do it. Couldn't resist. Wigwe can't resist that turnaround jumper from 15. His shot is no good. Sargenti tries to track it down, but he turns it over in the process, and the ball will go back over to DePaul. So after Bergen will head out to Illinois, take on Millard North and Wasatch Academy, they'll be back home here on the 24th to host Dwight Englewood. And fans, you'll be able to watch that one, as is the case with all home games this year, here on the SSP Video YouTube channel. After that miss, it's going to be a holding foul against Sugar. So Sugar filling up now 2 points as well as 2 fouls since coming into this game here in the fourth with 59.4 seconds left to go. Crusaders at 77 points in the game. Nice move across the lane, hanging in the air, but getting it blocked away that time was Nehemiah Snell, number 30. 6-foot sophomore guard. So now officially, I can say that all Crusaders, all 16 members of the varsity team have seen and even gotten a shot opportunity up in this game. It's going to be a reach-in foul against the Crusaders. That's going to be the 19th foul. That'll stop the clock and also send DePaul to the foul line to shoot a 1-on-1. Michael Troya, number 1, the 5'8 freshman, will have a chance here to get on the scoreboard. Troya does just that, sinking the foul shot. So DePaul's going to have to wait until potentially February 9th for another shot at Bergen Catholic this season. It's when they will host the Crusaders on Alps Road. Violation on the foul shot. It was a miss nonetheless. And the ball going back over to BC. 77-58, the Bergen Catholic lead with under 30 seconds left to go. Wigwe, the top of the key, across the lane, and lays it in. Sky's the limit for this freshman. 14 points for Chidi Wigwe off the BC bench. 79-point night here for the BC offense. Troya, step back 3. Monroe trying to get the rebound. Karam's out to Wigwe. Wigwe will outlet it down the floor. Sargenti now getting it back to Wigwe. And BC will dribble out the remaining seconds of this one, as Bergen Catholic, for the 18th consecutive time, will defeat DePaul Catholic, this time by a final score of 79-58. With the loss, DePaul Catholic will fall to 8-8 on the season. And Bergen Catholic, a nice bounce-back effort for the number 9 ranked team in New Jersey after that humbling defeat last time out here at home against Don Bosco. They bounce back with a 79-58 win here at home. With the win, they will improve to 9-4 on the season and 3-1 here at home. Again, a reminder, fans, that Bergen Catholic will be traveling out to Illinois to take on Millard North of Nebraska on January 19th before taking on Wasatch Academy on January 20th before coming back home. Next time we will see the Crusaders will be a home game against Dwight Englewood here on January 24th, a 7 p.m. start time, and you can watch all the action for free live and on demand here on YouTube. So thanks again, everybody, for joining us for another edition of Bergen Catholic Crusader basketball. Terry Copeland leading the way with 21 points in the win. And we'll join you next time here for Dwight Englewood taking on the Red and Gold. Again, a 7 p.m. start time in Ordell. So for my cameraman and producer, Jay Sticco, I'm Dan Long saying so long, and let's go Bergen.